Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakawadash. As you can see, let's get into this article here. This advance says Trump is looking at all his options. He's looking at all his options as the president threatens to invoke the Insurrection Act. You know, and this Insurrection Act is the back door or the Trojan Horse to martial law. Whether it's military, you know, the U.S. military in the streets, patrolling the streets, you know, making citizens arrests, mowing you people down, killing you, arresting you. This is what is all this is a prelude to, man. Jacob's trouble. You know, the spirit is heavy on Jacob's trouble right now, man, because we're in it. We're in the midst of it. The midst of World War III. You know? All this is coming into a close, Jake. And I say all this, I'm talking about the end of Esau's world, man, the so-called white man's world. We're coming to the end of it, man. We're in the very last of the latter days. You know, soon we'll be looking up and saying that our redemption is nigh, man. You know? It's closer than it's ever been, man. You know, like they say, it's so close, you can taste it. You know, we're not far off from all hell just breaking loose. You know? Whether it's a cyber attack, martial law, some kind of black swan / false flag, something's getting ready to pop off, man. You know, with World War III with Russia and Ukraine, you know. You know, they already hyping it up, talking about, you know, there could be a strike on an American city, you know, that BB's talking about. You know, so this wicked elite got something in store for this place, man. You know, it's something about to go down, man. And you so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans don't have a clue. You know, Jake is just thinking about getting his penis wet, man. You know? Thinking about getting that chicken, that family box, that 3-piece, whatever the case may be. Worrying about if they're going to get called in, you know, if they're going to have a route today. You know, scriptures say Israel are just fucking Sodom's children, man. You know, freaking Sodom's children, bro. You know, and you're going to pay a price for being Sodish, man. You are going to pay the price. You know, you're going to find yourself in a world of hurt. You're going to find yourself in back of a paddy wagon and back of one of these military transport trucks, man, getting hauled off to a mass grave. You know, I just passed a little snack up, you know, a second ago, man. You know, she's going to be in trouble in that day, man, walking out like that. Because, you know, the spirit been getting on me, man, about, you know, going back over these old apocalyptic movies. You know, I got back on the book of Eli to get a, you know, you can't really get a glimpse of how things are going to be because it's a movie. But, you know, it can give you a taste of what it's going to look like, man. You know, not because the book of Eli is like basing it on after the nukes, but we talking about before the nukes when all hell's breaking loose, man. And with a little snack like that walking around, man, you know, it's gonna be bad news in that day for you, man. It's gonna be real bad news for you, you know. So you so-called Negro Latinos or Native Americans, man, you don't have a clue, man. You just looking for work. You just want to, you know, make enough to pay your bills. You want to get you a truck, start you a trucking company. You know, you want to get your license to get your taco restaurant going. Well, all that, man, is all fine and dandy. You know, but first, you niggas' priorities are fucked up. You know, you don't believe the true power of this book, the Bible, man. You know, you've gone and gone on the new path. You got that Frank Sinatra spirit. You're doing things your way, and it's off, and it's all wrong, man. You know, and you're gonna find yourself in some deep shit with the Most High, man. But let's get some of this article here, man. It says, Vice President J.D. Vance indicated in an interview on NBC News Meet the Press on Sunday that President Donald Trump was not opposed to invoking the Insurrection Act. You know, he's not opposed to it, man. It says, asked by moderator Christian Welker, so like, let me get past this car here, because I'm driving and doing the work, you know. So asked by moderator Christian Welker whether the White House was seriously considering invoking the 1807 statute, Vance said the president is looking at all his options. He said right now he hasn't felt he needed to, he added. The Insurrection Act would allow the president to deploy U.S. military domestically for law enforcement purposes. The military is typically not allowed to be deployed on U.S. soil for domestic law enforcement purposes without congressional authorization. You know, but you know, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, he don't give a damn about laws, man. You know, he don't give a shit about a law. You know, so he's gonna get these troops on the street domestically, man, because he knows he have but a short time, and the bankers, the elite, you know, who control and give Trump his orders. They tell him, man, get ready, and they're getting ready to implode the economy. You know, it's gonna be all bedlam out here in the streets, man. And you people gonna lose your minds, and so he got to get the troops in place now, because they want their new world order, and they getting very close to it, man. Just like the man of the Lord is waiting on the kingdom of heaven, you know, waiting to be delivered to receive salvation. Well, the wicked elite on the opposite hand, on the left hand, they waiting for the new world order, man. They waiting to get their heaven on earth times 2, man. You know, where they got people RFID microchipped, mark of the beast, you number droids, you own nothing, be happy. You know, they mouth are watering for the new world order, man. Just like our mouths are watering for the kingdom of heaven, the elect. You know, that's what we waiting on. So they telling Trump, man, get ready, get these goddamn troops on the streets, and get these so-called Negro Latinos or Native Americans, man, put them to death. And you're gonna see a lot of mass death out here soon, man. From you, because you tribes, man, You've been acting a fool way too long, man. And it's about to catch up with you, bro. It's about to get caught up with you. You know, let me get some precepts here. Okay, so I'm back. Let me get a precept here. This is Romans 3:3. And it says, what if some did not believe? Share that. Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect? No. It don't matter whether you do or you don't, man. Because, you know, the Most High, His will is going to stand. His will is going to prevail. You know? His prophecy is going to be fulfilled. So it don't matter if Jake don't fucking believe. You know, Jake come up talking about he a fucking American. Like this one Jake last week, I was at camp. Talking about, oh, I'm just an American. I'm like, well, do you identify yourself? What would you call yourself if you see yourself on this sign? Like, your nationality. In so many words. Oh, I'm just American. Okay, all right, then. I said, well, brother, this ain't for you then. This ain't for Americans up here, man. Okay, then, all right. You know, he left respectfully. He like, I'm just American. I was like, hey, brother, good luck with that. Because all hell's about to break loose. You know, and you're going to need Yahweh Shem Yahushua on your side, man. You know, in order to get your ass out of this hell that's coming. You know, the Lord's not coming back for Americans, man. He's coming back for the lost sheep of the house of the nation of Israel, man. He coming back for you about from your tribe name, man, and from your lineage, man. Most High don't recognize no goddamn American, man. So you're gonna be food for the troops, man. You're gonna get trampled on, Jake. Steamrolled, stepped on, man. So you can't say you ain't been warned and that Yahweh Shem Yahushua didn't come visit you, man. You came up to me looking stupid, want to be hard-headed, stubborn, stiff-necked. You know, you just an American. Okay, cool. Fuck off then, bro. Because the Most I ain't dealing with no Americans, and I ain't dealing with none either, man. You niggas just wait. You know, you stupid hard-headed, you know, funny-acting niggas on the plantation. I can't wait till the Lord steamroll you niggas, man. You know, can't wait, man. And I'm getting very close to seeing it. Very close, man. Lord willing, you know, I'll be able to see the troops on the streets. But you niggas gonna pay, man. You've been wicked way too long. And you niggas think you can't be touched, man. You think you're the baddest and coldest thing going, man. And you wicked as hell, man. And you off. And the Most High is gonna fix that, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is gonna get you niggas in order, get your mind right, man, when he send you up to the spirit world. And you niggas gotta come back through the Hebrew huggies, man. But hey, man, we getting closer and closer to Jacob's trouble, JT. And Jacob's trouble is gonna be pure D hell for the 2/3 of the nation of Israel. You so-called Negro Latinos or Native Americans, man. Y'all asses are gonna suffer out here, man. You know? But hey, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Before I get out of here, I'm gonna give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rakah, Kodash, Shalom.